everybody, welcome to lesson number 2. It's 7 o'clock already, so it's time for you to learn a little bit more about the guitar. I know that there are quite a few of you that watched the replay of lesson 1, which is really exciting. I hope you got to learn some things about the guitar yesterday. So just to recap, my name is Kylie and I'm a guitar teacher among other things. So about 10 years ago I used to teach guitar every day in schools, and also in the evenings I'd go into people's homes and I would teach the guitar. Over the years many people have asked me if I could teach guitar for them, but I moved on to different things and I didn't actually have time in the evenings to go and teach guitar. So the other day I thought, why not just do a video and then leave it there for everybody to be able to learn at any time. So this is based on a book that I've written called Guitar for Beginners, and it is available. I've put the link on the page, so hopefully you've actually downloaded it. I recommend that you print it out and that you bind it, plastic binding, or put it into a folder. And especially if it's children or your children that are learning the guitar, it's really neat. It's a workbook, really. You just work your way through it. And I think about half an hour ago I posted lesson 1 and lesson 2 together as JPEGs or pictures or screenshots, just so that you can have a look at what it is we're going to go over today. So let's get into it. Lesson 2. Lesson 2, first of all, we're doing a little bit of a recap. Hopefully you have done some homework and you remember the wee poem and the names of the strings. So just to recap, bottom string, little e, top string, big E. And that's the Easter bunny goes driving at Easter. So hopefully you remember that. So it's the little E, Easter, bunny goes driving at Easter. So hopefully you remember the string names. Another thing that we learnt was the easy G, which is this one here. Just put a finger onto fret number 3 on the little E. And the next one we learnt was the E minor. Hopefully you had a bit of a practice where you would take your fingers off, put your fingers on, take your fingers off, put your fingers on. Hopefully you remember E minor, but this is what it looks like close up. Your 1, 2, your second finger goes all the way up to the A string, and your third finger comes in under here. Look at my Christmas nails. I got glitter for the festive season. Probably change them soon. Okay, so E minor. And you also learnt a D, which I call, for beginners, I call it the triangle chord, which is this one. Your first finger goes on the Easter bunny goes on fret number 2, and then this one, your middle finger, comes in underneath it but misses a string, so that's on the little E, and then this one reaches out over to the 3rd fret on the B string, so it makes a triangle. You can take a screenshot if you like, but that's the D, and this here is the E minor. What I usually get my students do, just for muscle memory, is to go from one to another at least 10 times. So we're going to do that together. We're going to go from one to another. Okay, you ready? So we're going to do E minor. So put your fingers there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One finger underneath here, and we're going to go strum, just down, strum, down like this, down, stop, down, stop. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? You guys are going to love the song by the end of your practice. And then back to D. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Back to E minor. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? And then D. Early in the morning. What shall we do with... You should so sing along. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Okay, so just hold it there, practice that for a second. So go to E minor, and then D, and then E minor, and then D, E minor, and then D. Okay, so that's what I always recommend to my students. You know, in the evening or after the lesson, whenever they've got time. Some people do it first thing in the morning just to wake the family up, or some people do it in the evening. But 10 minutes a day to half an hour a day, depending on how much time you've got, is the best thing regarding practice. So for now, because it's only your second lesson, it would be the E minor to the D. And if you're feeling really courageous, you can go E minor. And just do a couple of strums with the E minor, and then you can go to D. And then you can go to easy G. So those are the 3 chords you know so far, and then you can just do them one after another, because it's the muscle memory that you want to have kick in. Okay, so today we're going to learn a couple of other things, so that's just recapping on our lesson 1. Today we're going to learn some different strums. The screenshot that I put up on the Guitar for Beginners page should show you the strumming poster. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just looking over at my computer. It's got 10 different strums, and those 10 different strums is what we're going to go through. So if there's a way that you can watch me on your phone or on one screen, and if there's another way that you could look at the strumming poster, that'll be awesome. But if not, I'm going to go over the strums, and then later on when you've got time, you can go back onto this page and have a look at the strumming poster, which is called the strumming poster chart in the actual workbook. And we're also going to learn a new song, which is a very popular song called Happy Birthday. And that's going to be quite fun to go through. Alright, so strumming. So the first strum I want to show you, and let's go with, should we go with E minor or D? Let's go with D. It's strum number 1 on the poster chart, and it's just down, down, stop. So when I strum, you always should strum over the sound hole, because that's where the fullness of the sound is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's our first strum. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. And just try and keep that rhythm. So you can, I'm using D at the moment. You can use whatever chord you want, but let's do D together while we're practicing, shall we? Down, down, stop. See, I'm using my nails. Some people use a pick. Some people use their thumb like that if they want a quieter strum. So that's just called strum number 1. Strum number 2 is called down, up, stop. Let's do this a little bit different. Let's do easy G, because it's easier on the fingers. Alright, so we're going to go down, up, stop. Down, up, stop. Down, up, stop. So that's just a nice simple strum. Go down with your fingernails, up with your thumb, stop. Or you can go down with your thumb and up with your thumb, stop. These are just nice beginner strums to help you understand the different strums and what strumming's like. And like I said yesterday, strumming's one of the hardest things you can learn about the guitar, especially when you do the chords and the strums at the same time. Strum number 3 on the chart is, on the strumming poster chart, is down, down, up, down, stop. Do you reckon we could do that together? Okay, let's do easy G again. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up, down, stop. 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 Couple more. Down, down, up, down, stop. Down, down, up, down, stop. One more. So these just help you understand what it is to do strumming, and help you understand, the different rhythms that you can do on the guitar. Number 4 is the one that we use for most of our beginner songs and most of our beginner practice, because it's nice and easy. And doing easy G again, it's just down, stop, down, stop. Okay, ready? So if you're learning a new chord, we'll probably just do that strum. Down, stop, down, stop, down. Nice and easy. So that's strum number 4. Strum number 5 and 6 are very similar, and this is what we'd use for a lot of the more popular songs. So I'm going to do D, and I'm going to do it quite fast so that you get to hear what it will sound like, and then I will slow it down. So it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So once we've got through maybe lesson 5 or 6, I'm thinking that you'll be quite good at this strum. And you can play a lot of songs with strum 5 and 6. Down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down. So that's a nice strum that you can play with many, many songs. Number 7 is probably the most simplest of them all, which is just down. Just adding a few upstrokes, but just going down and down. And number 8 on the poster chart is down, up, down, stop, down, up, down, stop. So as you can see, so far in the last few minutes we've done 8 different strums. So as you can see, you can be quite creative with strums. The ones that I've chosen on the 10 that I've chosen on the poster chart are just probably more popular beginner strums to help you understand what strumming is. Number 9 is down, down, up, up, stop, down, down, up, stop, down, down, up, stop. And number 10 is down, up, down, down, up, stop, down, up, stop, down, up, stop, down, up, stop. What I'd like for you to do is to practice number 5 and number 6, because those are the two that they're the most complex to learn, but they're the most popular in regards to some of the more popular songs and some of the songs that we're going to be playing later on. So if you could learn strum 5 and 6, and if you are brave enough, you can upload a video of you playing them onto the Guitar for Beginners page, and I think that would be awesome. It would be so great to see you guys video yourselves learning and putting them up on the page, and then we can kind of start a little bit of a Guitar for Beginners community where we can encourage each other and give each other encouragement and even tips and tricks of things that you found easy or things that you found hard during the 10 lessons. Okay, so in regards to strumming, I mentioned before that you can either strum with your nails, which is what I do, or you can use a pick, which is usually a little triangle piece of plastic. I don't have any at the moment to show you, but picks are a really popular way to play the guitar. A lot of people who play on stage use picks, and it does bring out this really nice kind of acoustic sound in regards to playing the guitar. Or you can use just your thumbs and your fingers, like just going like that. When you're strumming, you don't always play the 6 strings, believe it or not. So when you're doing a D, you only really want to strum these ones. The Easter Bunny goes driving. So when you're doing the bottom, like a D or an easy G, or what we're going to learn today, which is an A, when you're strumming these ones, you only really need to play the top 4, the bottom, these 4 strings. And then when you're doing something like an E minor, I like to strum all of them because E minor's got such a beautiful full sound. So strum all the strings for an E minor. And also when we learn a G, you'll hear that it sounds better if you're strumming a G to strum all of the strings. But if you're doing a D, just these 4, Easter Bunny goes driving. I'm going to play all strings now, see the difference. See how different it sounds? It sounds so much different. So when you're strumming different chords, you don't have to play all the strings, is what I'm trying to say, and it sounds so much better if you don't. Otherwise it's just a big sound, and it's always better to sound a little bit more defined and refined if you play the right things. Another thing about strumming I noticed with my students is that once you're doing the chords and the more complex strums like 5 and 6, and then you change chords, don't be discouraged if you have to stop, like do a D. Don't be discouraged if you have to stop and then kind of do the next chord, because that's normal. It takes time and repetition and practice to be able to play the chords and strum at the same time. So if you're finding that it's not working as well as you would like, just practice. It's the only thing. Just practice and practice. Get to know that Drunken Sailor song really well, or the Happy Birthday song, which we're going to learn. Alright, so we're now going to go into a chord called A. A, bunny, G, E minor. Okay, so A is what I used. You know how yesterday I called D the triangle chord, and I called this one easy G, which is a variation on the G. This one I call the staircase chord because it goes kind of cascades like a staircase. So remember yesterday we were finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3 and 4. I want you to take finger number 1 and go to fret number 2 and go up to the A string. Easter bunny goes driving. No, go to the D string. Easter bunny goes driving. And then your middle finger, I want you to sit it just underneath it so it's touching on the Easter bunny goes on the G string. And then this one here sits on the B string so that they are all cascading one after another. Did you know when you play guitar you should always use the tips of your fingers and not go like that? You should always use the tips of your fingers. So let's have a look there. So the second fret, Easter bunny goes driving, and then your middle finger, Easter bunny goes, and then Easter bunny. That is called A. What do you reckon? I think it's quite cool. It's got a beautiful sound, and I call it the staircase chord. Down, stop, down, stop, down, stop, down, stop. Now take your fingers off and shake them around and then put them back on. Easter bunny goes driving, and then one and under here and one and underneath it sitting on the B string, all on fret number 2. Down, stop. Screenshot. So it's the tips of your fingers, just move that around there, and then it's on the second fret. There you go, you can take a screenshot of that just so that you remember what it is. Alright, so that's the A chord. I'll be back in a sec. The A chord is going to help us sing our next song, which is called Happy Birthday. So Happy Birthday has got D, A, D, and then easy G. We'll learn G in another time. So we are going to play Happy Birthday now, and it's a really popular song because of course you can use it any time. What I recommend is that the next family birthday or next friend birthday that you have, you learn this so well so that you can pick up the guitar and surprise them with being able to play Happy Birthday. Okay, here we go. Give me a D. So you can either play the D or you can either play the A. And then the G. Alright, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. I thought I'd just join it all together, but now we're going to do it quite slowly. So you do D, and you do A, and you do A, and you do D, and you do G, okay? So, alright. This is D, and then someone else is going to be doing A. If you feel confident enough to do all of them, it's going to go D, A, D, and then you're going to go to G for the name, and then you're going to go D, A, D. So it has been screenshotted on the Guitar for Beginners page, so you should be able to either print it out or have it on another screen somehow. Okay, and then D, D, then A, and A, then D, then D, and then G, then D, and A, D. Happy birthday always reminds me of my nephew Zachary, because he sings the best rendition of Happy Birthday I've ever heard in my life. Alright, so every time I sing it I think of him. Okay, so D, 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 then A, and A, and then D, and now we go to easy G, and D, and A. That's when you get dramatic. And D, what would be really cool is if you do get really good at either Drunken Sailor or Happy Birthday, I would just love to see you post those videos on my Guitar for Beginners timeline. That would make my day. That would be awesome. Or even if you just want to get the chords and take photos, just to show me that how you're learning and that you're learning. And also, if you've got any questions, these are going to be recorded and uploaded to Facebook, so you should be able to ask questions anytime, and of course I'll get a notification. Okay, so we're going to sing one more time. Are you ready to sing Happy Birthday with me? Okay, here we go. You're going to do D, are you going to do A, easy G, or are you going to do all of them? Either is fine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to, then we go to D, you. And where we're going to go next? We're going to go to G, easy G. Back to D, happy birthday, and then A to you. Awesome! Thank you for joining me. It's been really good, and I'm really excited for those who couldn't make it live but who will be watching later. I got some really good encouraging messages saying that you enjoyed the first lesson. I'm a bit of a fan of keeping things simple, so hopefully they were simple enough for you to follow. Don't forget that workbook is free. It's available for you to download and print. What I recommend to my students is to get it bound. Plastic binding at the warehouse stationery costs about $5 all up with the printing included, unless you go colour, and then there's like $30. But yeah, the book's available there for you at all times, and yeah, we'll have a look at lesson 3 tomorrow. Happy practicing. See you guys later.